Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is another book review. This is the third book into the multiverse of Stephen King's lovely world. Now, this is The Shining. This is hands down one of the best books he's ever written, in my opinion. I always thought The Shining was just so good, and when you ask a lot of people who also have read Stephen King, a lot of them kind of agree that this might be like the best. Besides, everyone says it's The Stand or it's It. Now, The Shining is just really good, though. I would put The Shining in a top 5 of the best Stephen King books. Just saying, like, The Shining is so good. And it's not because of the movie. I mean, the movie and the books are completely different. I will tell everyone that. But the movie itself is really good. But the movie does something that the book does really well as well, and it just gives you that eerie feeling. And that's what the book does. It gives you that feeling of being alone and what madness can do to people who are alone. Like, so you start out with the book with Jack, Torrance, Wendy, and Danny. Now, Danny goes like this, and that's how he talks to his friend. And, he goes like this. So everyone in the book is just thinks it's normal that he's just his imaginary friend, but it's actually not. And he explains what the shine is eventually throughout the book. But I'm not going to spoil it. Unless you guys read it, then obviously you guys know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'd recommend it. But they go out, obviously, to the Overlook Hotel. And I'm going to tell you, that's pretty risky. Why would you want to go? Like, I get it. Jack needs a job because Jack has really bad anger issues. And Stephen King reflects back on what Jack did in order for them to lose his job, which made it so they couldn't actually, they could barely, sustain a living. And they have to go to the Overlook because that's the last place he can go. And he's supposed to watch over the Overlook during the winter months of Colorado. And it's I guess how they explain it is 4 feet of snow. Like, you can't get out there. So my whole time I'm reading this, I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. It's going to be madness. And what he does such a good job at first. Everything looks so good. And it's progressively getting worse. And it starts out with Jack. It's progressively getting worse for Jack. Jack is getting controlled by the hotel. And he's reading things that's been going on at the hotel. Like, the hotel is a really dark place. There's a lot of bad things happening in this place. And Jack's starting to see all this. And he's an alcoholic, so he's, clean from drinking at the moment. And he starts going back into that. And the thing is, in the hotel, there's no alcohol. But the hotel itself is just evil in a way. Well, not even in a way. It's just evil. And the hotel is pushing Jack into thinking he's drinking and doing all these things. So his anger is coming back. His drinking is coming back. All these bad things that Jack didn't want to do is starting to come back. And you can actually see it progressively get worse throughout the book. And Wendy, the mom, she all she wants is good things to happen for Danny and Jack. And when it starts out, like I said, the book does a really good job. She's starting to notice that Jack is becoming a better dad. He's doing all these good things. But then when they couldn't leave the hotel, that's when it started getting worse. And the other thing is Wendy wanted to leave just Danny and just leave Jack up there. I was like, probably should. That's a great idea. If she did that, then Jack probably would have just died or something. And her and Danny would have just been chilling. But of course that never happens. Spoilers, sorry. But it's just interesting of the way he does it. And I think Wendy's a really weak character of how he writes her. He makes her too much of the caring mom. I know that sounds weird, but an overly protective mother. But that's how I got it at first. But what happened is once you start seeing the things that are happening in this book, the more and more you're like, that actually makes sense. I see why she's doing it. So to me, I'm starting to notice these little sprinkles of things. And Wendy actually becomes a pretty cool, badass character eventually. And of course, we got to talk about Danny. Danny is a child that has the shine. And the shine's a weird thing. It's weird because he doesn't explain it the greatest, because obviously you don't know what the shine really is, but it's like it's just a power that he can like see things, and the hotel wants it, and of course Danny's not gonna give it to him. So the whole time the hotel's trying to like mess with Danny. There's like terrifying things that happen in this, and Jack is getting manipulated by the hotel to do these things to attack his son. And eventually Jack finally just breaks, and he's just like, all right, I've had it, and he goes after and tries to kill Wendy and Danny. So then that's where the whole thing just escalates in this book. And holy crap, rereading this is just so good. I forgot how much I like The Shining, and I'm really glad I came back and started reading it. And holy crap, that's all I gotta say is holy crap, this book is insane. And I think everyone should read it. I think if you watch the show, well, the movie, I think that's fine. The movie was really good too. And like the music is like, brrr, like that deep music is so good. But like, I would definitely recommend reading the book. You have to read the book. You know, if you watch the movie, you should definitely read the book. But all in all, this was a great book, and it's easily my top 5 favorite Stephen King books of all time. Like, it's like The Shining, Salem's Lot, It, The Stand, and I gotta look at my shelf right here. That's tough. I don't know what would be the number 5. Probably Misery. Misery's really good, but or 2263. Yeah, because that was. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read that book. Anyways, I would recommend this book. It's great. I give it 5 stars because it's just so good. But anyways, what did you like about this book? What didn't you like about this book? And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And of course, stay safe, stay hungry, and tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.